I'll be reacting to Pretty Boy Detective Club Episode 7. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. Howdy, Polex. Oh man, I am pumped up for this because honestly, this series has actually been one of the biggest surprises for me of the season. The Boy and Predict Part 2. The next question is how in the world did the teacher pull it off though? Because the question is though, not only unless Miss Tawai has some kind of like magical abilities. I mean, I can't completely discount that possibility. Or maybe she just had a massive amount of contacts. That's a big shocker. Maybe they had suspicions that it was Miss Tawai, but maybe they just didn't have any major amounts of evidence that pointed towards her. Yeah, that's what I've been wondering since last week. I mean, it's an intense feat not just to kidnap multiple people, but at once. I actually like that, like her with that sailor outfit. I think it looks pretty cool, naturally. Could be unless she had accomplices, though. The thing is, like, even if they were able to speak with Tawai, who knows if she would have been inclined to say anything. I mean, so Tone ain't wrong about that. Well, at least in most cases. The only time where Tone would be wrong is in scenarios where, say, the perpetrator would have a guilty conscience. Then maybe those are the situations where you can believe the information. You know what I like about this series? It doesn't just have the characters instantly figure out the answer in like a small amount of time. Because some animes are tempted to do that where you have a really complicated problem in front of the main protagonist that's like just almost instantaneously resolved. As if the issue was absolutely nothing. I like how in this series, solutions don't come easy. Our characters have to figure it out. They gotta go home. They gotta contemplate in their own time what was the cause. And I love stuff like that. Because in a lot of animes I see sometimes, when it comes to detective animes, detectives sometimes figure things out a bit too quickly, where it's like, alright, feels like everything's falling a bit too neatly in place for my liking. Let me know, this series, it doesn't fall into similar trappings that I see in other animes of its genre. And that's why already I'm really liking this episode so far. And speaking of which, the opening is super damn nice, especially for those cha-da-da-da, cha-da-da-da. Like, yes! The opening is just full of awesome, sparkly, wholesomeness, intensity. At least if you ask me. Or now it's back. I like how she doesn't refer to those two by name. Hmm. I like the little touch where you see what they're tying that small bit. It looks like a starry sky there. Oh, it's been a while since I've shown off fly. But wasn't that bill opened up though? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing too because that dollar is long gone. But hey, you know what? She might as well take advantage of the scenario. I don't think her eyesight is too good. I think it fits her just right in the scenarios that she's in. That is a big ass question. Maybe Fururatsuki could be, or maybe he had some kind of like special contact lens that allows him to see certain things. And that person with the clothing had some special outfit. That could be it. Honestly, I have no freaking clue. That's my guess. Yeah, I had a feeling he wasn't going to have the same unique ability as our girl. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The reason why I thought it was the contact lenses, and my theory was right. The reason why is because I remember watching the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Yugi was going up against a real hunter that beat Jonichi, and he took Jonichi's Red Eyes Black Dragon, and the dude was using an Exodia deck. The opponent Yugi was going up against had contact lenses that allowed him to see which card he was about to draw before he played it. So that's why I was able to make that theory due to watching the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! For those of you curious, for the context on that. Hmm. I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure Fururatsuki put his mind to it. He could become a really good dang detective if you ask me. It's pretty dang vague though, but Fururatsuki wouldn't have enough information to lay out any specifics yet, so I'm not gonna blame him. Secret Meaning 3. That's a cute little card there. It actually is pretty cute. I actually like the star design there. Yeah, I don't feel him because getting every bill with Selling could be a pain in the ass. Huh. Who knows, maybe he wanted to get a rest. Huh? He probably does. Maybe to get a... No. Maybe entertainment then? I call bullshit. Maybe he wanted amusement. But the thing is, the Fururatsuki probably want to do it on his own terms. He does. Someone like him... Exactly. Someone like him likes to lead. They don't like to be led, or they don't like the circumstances to dictate things. That's why I thought he was going to answer that way, because from what we've seen of Fururatsuki so far, like when he was the manager of that casino, he's the type of guy who wants to manipulate things. He doesn't want other things to manipulate him. So that's why I had a feeling he was going to say that. Because I have seen people like that before, where even though, yes, things could be done simply, they want to do things on their own frickin' terms, and they don't want it to bend beyond their own terms. So that's why I had a feeling Fururatsuki was going to say what he said. Oh. Oh yeah. Thankfully, though, she's got her friends to back her up, though. Okay, at least you put the qualifier there. I mean, she says that, but I think once she builds a strong enough bond with the boys, she's probably not going to be able to do that anymore. She'll be emotionally, I wouldn't say shackled, but she'll be emotionally bound to the boys. At least eventually, not right now. So she may be saying that now, but I think she might have to change her perspective eventually. Whoa! Whoa! Let's fucking put it up now! Yeah! Forgot I'm going home. Woo! He did that on purpose. There's no way Fudedatsuki would have forgotten something that important. Ah, it's Mr. Delinquent. I'm just joking. I just had to call him that because that's what our girl calls him. Hey, that doesn't sound like a bad offer one bit. And I love how considerate Michiru is, too. How does that sound like a harsh punishment? That sounds like a fucking reward if you ask me. But yeah, that's just my perspective. Shiz, beefcake like Michiru made a... I don't blame you for being pissed. Yeah, he has every right to be a bit angry. That is so fucking adorable! And that's the type of stuff I love to see in this series. They do have expectations for her. That's what Mayumi has to consider. They have all the expectations in the world, especially... Well, yeah! It's the toy we're talking about. They wouldn't have let her join if they didn't have any expectations for her. Especially the high variety. I like how now it looks like she's in a freaking theater drama. With the lights turning on, yeah! I like how it looks like she's about to dance fabulously. Seems like a figurative cat's got her tongue. I just love all the little sparkles old boy has. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do that earlier, actually. Hopefully she can see something that can help him out. I'm gonna cross my fingers. Maybe the contact lenses that Fudedatsu gave her? The contact lenses! She did try putting them on! It's its own. I'm actually would be more surprised if he didn't know. I love how he just talks about it so fucking positively! I love how that's how he perceives this whole scenario. Ah. Alright. She's finally becoming more of the team. I actually like that bit of character development there. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes! Because I had a feeling Fuditsuki wasn't gonna leave those there for nowhere. Whoa! Yo, that looked fiery there. Well, it's no surprise. Whoa! So wait, your revenge is becoming even more broken? I love it though. Pretty sure now should be able to see all the properties and allow it though. That's what I was thinking too. There was no way the teacher could have done it all by herself. She had... Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Well, it is possible to have a lot of collaborators, especially for something like this. Oh. Okay, that I didn't consider. I mean, if Miss Toy, since they did it for that reason, that's pretty dang impressive. You know, that's actually pretty selfless of Miss Toy Sensei if she did it that way. Oh, that's fucking cute. Miss Toy Sensei? It has to be. The way she showed up at that specific moment. And I wonder why she showed up then. That's the bigger question. I love the way Stun says it with pride. Huh? Huh? Okay, wait. How? How in the... Okay then. Okay, that explains quite a bit then. Yo, I like the art style here. Where you don't have any of the black outlines on Mayumi there. I think it looked unique there for a small bit. It's a nice little bit of animation there. Oh, okay, now it actually makes sense broken down. That's a good question. Well, our boys definitely implying the strange kind of... They're pretty, but they're also strange, but they're also really smart too. I love the way he pimps out our girl. Ew! Aww. Even though it might not mean much to Misto, I do love how he's giving her her due at the very least. Sounds like a fair bargain, if you ask me. Ain't like she's going to be able to utilize it much for anything else, considering the contempt the school has against her. Yes! Talk about an upgraded environment, then. Oh my nice, sometimes people have their moments. And sometimes they don't. Jeez, how long did it take for him to paint all that? Honestly, who wouldn't? Wait, what? No, there had to be other reasons for that too, or would he really do? It's so fucking sweet, I love it. I mean, that just shows you how concerned they are for her. Okay, talk about leaving no stone unturned here. Aww. And that's what I meant earlier when it's like eventually there'll come a time where she's not going to have the perspective that she's going to be able to run anytime she wants to. Not from these boys. Because they're so sweet, you know? Yeah. Officials she kind of has because they really did something for her. Aww. Alright, the episode was actually way more better than I could have imagined it being, so I'm definitely going to be giving this one a... I know some may argue this might be too high of a score for this specific episode, but I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And I'll explain why. Even though, yes, this episode wasn't packed with action, it wasn't packed with massive amounts of comedy. Yes, I do know all that. But, you know what? It more than made up for that, because this episode, what it didn't have in comedy or suspense, it more than made up for it in character development. And not just character development, but even then it still had some comedic sequences here and there. And not just that, but something I really loved about this episode, it actually gave an ample opportunity for Mayumi and Shizaku to actually send his arc. I love how in Shizaku we finally get to know more of what he's about, because we saw him figure out half of the mystery regarding Miss Tawai. We saw him make those paintings for the sake of Mayumi. Like, we see how much he really cares. That's a lot of growth for him. Okay, let's see if there's any... No, that's it. There's nothing after the preview. Darn. And it wasn't just the stuff that they did with Shizaku that impressed me, too. I loved how this episode also took the opportunity of also having Mayumi grow, because I like how at first she kind of didn't have the perspective that she's going to be able to run away eventually, but then afterwards, I love how she sees before her eyes how considerate the boys are. That was actually really dang sweet. And just seeing Mayumi's expression at the final bits of the episode really made the episode all the more satisfying. Especially when she mentioned to herself that she feels truly one of them. And you know what? Officially she does now. Because we see all the boys pull out all the stops for her. And that's why this episode, it was absolutely fantastic. And I don't think it needed massive amounts of comedy, because it made more than made up for it with all the growth. And plus, I did love how when it came to Miss Tawai, I did love how it showed that there was more to her than meets the eye, because some of the stuff she did for her students, and I thought that was actually a really darn nice motivator, that she didn't just do things just because, or because to be evil. No, she did it in a way for her students as like a lesson and all that. And that's something I love about this episode too. It shows you that sometimes when there's an antagonist, they're not really that bad, and sometimes they're not even an antagonist per se. And I even love how they don't even forget about Furatsuki either. They actually show him do a solid for Mayumi, showing you that episodic characters, they're just not thrown away into the wayside like you see in some animes, where sometimes animes could have an episodic structure. They introduce an episodic character, then you just completely forget about their existence. This series, whenever it does anything, it never does it in an amateurish way. It does everything professionally. And that's the type of exquisite world of building and character development that makes this series phenomenal. And that's why I thought this episode was 9 out of 10 worthy. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction, or the episode itself, in the comment section below. If you're inclined of sharing your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction. And I hope you'll have a fun, great, safe, or wonderful day. And I will see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, y'all. Bye-bye.